Guys, Coach Nick at Fort Worth Strong. We are in week 7 now, going through our corrective series. Again, just a short 8 to 12 minutes where we go through a series of movements as our cool down, following our intervals that we do in our group setting on Thursdays. Today we've got 4 exercises. We're going to spend 10 minutes in total, and I'm going to give you a couple options on the movements that we've got themselves, but equipment-wise, pretty minimal today. We'll need we don't actually even need that, but a yoga block will help us in our last one, and then a wall plus a plate or something to elevate the toes in our stretch, which we're going to start there. So we've got a calf stretch. So option 1, what I've got programmed for our group is that we're just going to do a simple wall stretch focused on one leg at a time. So I've got this nice forward lean, put my weight into the wall, and I'm just trying to create some length. So my knees locked out, my heels on the ground, and that opposite leg can just kind of hug or set on top of the back leg. You can adjust as much as you need to until you feel some length and a good stretch across the calf and the Achilles. But we'll spend a minute on the left, minute on the right. If we need a little bit more, this is a great one if we've got a slant board. We'll set up against the wall, but a plate will work just fine. So I've got a 45-pound plate here. It's about 3-4 inches. And I'm going to set it up close enough to the wall to where my heels are actually flush against the wall, but not so close where I can't get my feet propped up on top of the plate. But it's just putting my ankles in a dorsiflexion. And so heels are on the ground against the wall, and then I'm just going to stand nice and tall. Try to breathe with this. Keep everything in line and just settle into that stretch. We'll go 2 minutes there. So either do the 1-and-1 with the wall stretch or do this slant board style, standing nice and tall for 2 minutes. And then we'll go into an active corrective. We've got our ankle cars or circles, but it's just a controlled rotation where I'm going to trap one leg. Let's start with the left, just holding at the knee or behind the knee. And then I'm thinking about taking my big toe, kind of using that to lead the way, but I'm drawing circles for 1 full minute, going counterclockwise. And then I'll go 1 full minute clockwise. Good, taking them slow, getting good circles, good range of motion as I work through that. If we're not timing it, maybe 20 reps going clockwise, 20 reps going counterclockwise would be sufficient. Give that a little break, and then we'll switch and do the same thing on the opposite side. So that'll end up being 4 minutes in total. We'll get 2 minutes on the right, 2 minutes on the left. And then we're going to go into a hero pose. So hero pose is, if we can, we're going to get those feet underneath the hips, and we're just going to sit down. So we've got this deep knee flexion. Goal is that we kind of create some length through the quads. Another option, or to increase this a little bit, is if we've got some sort of tool, we can kind of start to work backwards towards. Open it up more, create more length. And now we're getting into the higher quad, into the hip flexors, into that abdominal wall. You can take that back even further, but not somewhere I'd start immediately, depending on your flexibility. It might even hurt just to sit on the feet. So you may want to tuck those toes underneath and sit here, but same idea, you could create some length. Shouldn't be fighting to hold yourself up. Hurdler stretch would be a good option here as a substitute. So we're not having to sit on that foot if you've got some ankle restriction, but still able to create a good stretch individually. We've got 2 minutes there. So if you need to, split 1-and-1. And then our final one, we'll be back on the wall. We're going to use this yoga block just to elevate the knee, but we'll need something to be able to press into. Slide down a little bit. So we're going to start tall. So we've got this half kneeling set up. You can see good from there. And then I'm actually going to press my knee into the wall to give me some leverage. And then I'm going to open up the hips, creating some more length there. Hands can be there to support you, but it's an active press into the wall. We're going to go 1.5 minutes, holding that stretch, and then we'll switch to the other side. Again, set up so we're elevated a little bit, foot close to the wall, get that knee out over the toe, pressing into the wall, posture up, hips forward, feel that stretch, and then we can apply some pressure into the wall. So 90 seconds on each side there. So we got calf stretch, ankle circles, got that hero pose or quad stretch, and then we'll finish with a deep hip flexor stretch there with the one I just showed.